I didn't make a payment on my mortgage for 5.5 years. And it came down to, them putting the note on the door or the window saying, you're out. But I refused to leave because they would always tell me I needed this document, I needed that, and every time it was a decline. I finally hired lawyers that were advertised on a Christian station. They handled my loan mod, but I always, after a couple months, someone would have left and they gave me a new person to talk to. So the signs were there that things were kind of sketchy. I go online and apparently they had closed down and were no more. And Yelp ended up giving me a recommendation for a lawyer to call. And that was a huge win for me because I called him and he knew exactly what to do, and Susan was his partner. So Susan was like this bright light that came out of nowhere. And I knew if anyone was going to be able to pull this off, it was going to be her. And eventually, she had filed a complaint, and then she filed a revised complaint, and I had read them both. And the revised complaint, she found so many errors on the bank's side. I couldn't believe it. It was so good. It was very juicy. And I remember her telling me at one time, you're not going to get the loan mod. The best you can hope for is that they'll take what you owe and put it on the end of the loan. And I was like, great. That'll work for me. And she ended up getting me that loan mod in January. It is actually, I got a letter. And it was from her that she was forwarding to me. And then I opened it up and it said, we'd like to offer you this loan mod, and had the specifics in there. And I was like, completely speechless. I couldn't believe it. But like I said, I knew that she was going to take care of me. And she did. And now, my kids are doing extremely well, and they're great kids. I couldn't ask for more. And I feel that moving from this house would have very negatively impacted them. And my son is in a magnet program at a local high school that's just 3 blocks away, which is where my daughter got in for next year. And this neighborhood is very expensive, which means my house is worth a lot of money, which is nice. But just having to move, I don't think I could have done it. I don't know what would have happened to me if she didn't get me that loan mod. And I'm so grateful to her for the work that she did for my family. If I came across somebody that was in the same situation or a similar situation that we had, I would definitely tell them to run, not walk. I can't say it. Advocate. Can't I just say Susan?
Yes.
Okay. If I knew somebody or came across somebody who had a similar situation to me, I would definitely tell them to run, not walk, to Susan Murphy and Advocate Legal. Advocate Legal, I can't say it. Sorry, editor.
Awesome.
I'm very sorry.